Oh yeah! We are live! Once again. What's up everybody? Peter Joseph here for another video, my second video of the night on your 2 for Wednesday. Once again, here on the Peter Joseph channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to this channel and my other 4 main channels, which are down there inside of my fucking boxers, otherwise known as my pants, on this channel, my other channels as well. So check them out one time on cue. All down below in the gobbledygook, the description box below. And as always, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Basically treat it like it's the Miami Heat tonight. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Basically treat it like it's your bitch, and that too. And turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. And if you do, well, too bad. That's pretty much it, because you're gonna have to unsubscribe, resubscribe again, hit the bell again. Hopefully that'll work for you. If not, then search my name and my channels, and maybe you'll find one of my channels. And if you do, go to my videos section, my live section, or my shorts section, and the latest video will be right there for you. You can't miss it that way. You have to be a fucking idiot to miss that. But there's a lot of fucking idiots on this website, and in general, but I digress on that. We move on with that. So, like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment if you want. You don't have to, but if you want to. That's pretty much it. And this is your first time watching. Welcome to the party, pal! I hope you enjoyed the ride. And if you like the content, you want more, hit the bell, subscribe, leave a comment, and enjoy the show. And if not, get the fuck out and go watch somebody else show their dick on fucking the internet or do something else. Go watch somebody else. I don't give a shit. And that's pretty much it. But if you're watching for the first time, my name is Peter Joseph. I'm a YouTube content creator. Talk about wrestling and whatever floats my boat. So, if you like wrestling and like sports and like good opinions and all that other shit that everybody else can do, but not quite as well as me, then you came to the right place. And that's pretty much it. Still on our road to 450 subscribers. Hopefully we'll get there by the end of the year. Or by sometime, but we'll get there eventually. But we'll see what happens with that. Not all about getting a lot of subs. I mean, it'd be nice, but I take what I can get. And that's all I gotta say about that. And let's move on. Alright, we got Muhammad in the chat already. His usual comment, but Dynamite was interesting. I think both good and strange. I don't know how strange you might have thought it was, but it was a great start, great ending. Not shocking because I called it months ago. With Don Callis turning on Kenny, I knew that was going to happen. We all knew that was going to happen. After Regal went bye-bye and went to his little buddy Hunter, we all knew that the Blackpool Cuck Club was missing a member. They're going to eventually get one. And now Don Callis is basically the mouthpiece for the Blackpool Cuck Club. Not that they need one anyway. So the invisible hand has turned on basically the guy, that he grew up with, and that's Kenny by God Omega. So no more 69ing for, Kenny and Don Callis. But it is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. So we'll have to move on with that. But still, a pretty damn good show tonight. We're gonna get into it in just a second. But hope everybody had a great day. Like I said on my last video, which you can watch right after this one down below, it talked about AEW's massive TV deal they're about to be getting, which is going to be announced next week. And I'll get into what Tony Khan said about that. But next week, we got a huge, major announcement for AEW, and it's going to be huge for AEW. $1 billion, supposedly $1 billion TV deal over 5 years with Warner Broadcasting and Warner Discovery, Warner Broadcasting Discovery, whatever you want to call it. And then Collision is going to be one of their main programs, along with Rampage. Collision is going to be on TNT on Saturday nights, probably around 8 o'clock. We'll have to see about that. You know, it's going to be preempted due to damn goddamn basketball most of the time, and then hockey and stupidity as well. You know, with baseball, well, not so much with baseball, but usually pretty much hockey and basketball come your way in May, and mostly a little late April, early May. So Collision, you know, well, from June to like November, it'll be fine. But once we get to those, you know, those November, December, January, February months, then, you know, there's gonna be a little bit of a problem. So we have to see what happens with that. Same thing with Rampage. And Rampage is supposed to be reformatted to kind of resemble Sunday Night Heat. Okay. Ring of Honor is now going to be basically exclusive to indie talent, but still have the champions that they have, like Claudio, like I forgot who the pure champion is. God damn it. It'll come to me, but I think it's not Daniel Garcia. We all know that. It's not Wheeler Utah, thank the Lord. But I forget who the pure. I'll look it up later. I don't want to do it now. You know, Claudio. You have the Lucha Brothers as the tag team champions. You have the Embassy as the 6-man tag team belts, and Samoa Joe, not an indie guy, but he is the TV champion, and they got Athena as the women's champion. But they're going to showcase a lot more indie stars like Blake Christian, like Aussie Open, you know, people like that that have come up from the indies, like Sky Blue, and, you know, people like that. Willow Nightingale, Mercedes Martinez, you know. But people that you never heard before that used to be on Dark and sometimes Elevation will be on Ring of Honor TV almost every goddamn week. That's good. Showcase these people that we don't know about. Give them a Thursday night. Showcase them a little bit. You know, every week and a half. You know, every 2 weeks, whatever you want to do. Just get rid of fucking Dark and Elevation. Fuck those shows, man. And then Collision will just be a new roster headed by CM Punk and maybe some other people where we get to later on. And the Bucks and Kenny, the Elite, can be on Dynamite. They can be on Collision, and vice versa. You don't have to be on the same show. You know, one week we'll have Punk and the Elite on the same show. That would be weird backstage. But in any case, we'll see how Tony Khan can handle that. But this is very big, huge news. And the announcement is going to be made at the theater at Madison Square Garden, the mecca of all sports, next Wednesday morning, mostly Wednesday afternoon. So I don't even know where Dynamite's going to be. It's not in New York, I know that. So I don't know how they're gonna. I would think they're gonna do it Wednesday morning, like at well, I don't know if Tony Khan's gonna be there. I would assume Tony Khan's gonna be there at the presentation that Warner Brothers is doing at Madison Square Gardens. I think he has to be there because he's the owner of AEW. So I assume he will be there. But then again, he has to make this announcement, so he probably will not be there. I don't know. But in any case, we're gonna get more information next week that we already kind of know now, and get more more about, really next week is just the announcement for Collision. That's very basically it. And how AEW is going to be streaming on Warner Brothers Discovery, and it's going to be on TNT and Warner Brothers Television and all that other good shit. But it is what it is. Let me move on with that. So check out the video I did earlier today, and that's pretty much it. Alright. So, it's Wednesday night, it's late Wednesday night, and you know what that means. On video number 2, on your 2 for Wednesday, it is time for your late night AEW Dynamite! Yeah! Review! For May the 10th, 2023, or if you're watching this on the replay, you'll be seeing this on May the 11th, 2023. We got that. Alright, like I said, tonight was a great show from start to the finish. A little bit of meh in the middle, but still. Great matches galore. Kenny versus Moxley in a cage. That was great. We heard from Chris Jericho about his thing with Adam Cole, baby. We got the women in action with Anna Jas versus Julia Hart in a no-holds-barred match. We got the trios titles on the line in an open house rules match. And we get to that. We also had my good friend Orange Cassidy defend his all-international title against Daniel Garcia. So, a lot of good things happening tonight. And not one, but 2 surprises. Not including Tony's little promo. But it is what it is. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. Alright, so we are from the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. I thought they were going to be at the Joe Louis Arena. Obviously not. Because that's too big of an arena. Well, maybe they changed the name to the Little Caesars Arena. I don't know. But anyway. So we're in Detroit, the home of WrestleMania. Not WrestleMania, sorry. SummerSlam. Coming your way August the 5th at Ford Field. A little ways away from there. And as always, our commentary team of the man behind the mask, Excalibur, Taz, Red Hook brother. Taz is very happy. The Mets finally fucking won tonight. Finally. Justin Verlander picked his best game. Didn't have a good first start as a Met, but the second one, very, very good. And thankfully the bullpen held up as the Mets win 2-1 over the Reds. Big Pete Alonso, if you're named Peter, you do good things. Trust me, we know. And Big Pete with a home run. Number 13 on the year. Loved it. So Mets get a big win. They needed it badly. So we'll see what happens tomorrow afternoon around 12:30 and 12:30, a few hours away from now. The Japanese sensation Cody Senga coming off a big six inning shutout. 6 shutout innings, I should say. Got the win in his last start. See if he can bring that over to his next start. But we'll see what happens with that. Yankees won today. They're playing Oakland. Everybody beats Oakland these days. So Oakland has like 8 fucking wins. God, that's sad. And the other orange and blue team, the New York Knicks, somehow survived a late Heat run, and they came out and won. And they won by 10. They won by 10 in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals at Madison Square Garden, the mecca of all sports. So they won tonight by 10. Now the series shifts to Miami on Friday night for Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals. And we'll see if the Heat can put away the Knicks, or the Knicks can move one step closer to making one hell of a comeback and bring it back to Game 7 in New York City on Sunday. But we have to see what happens with that. And then in the other series, we got Boston and the 76ers going to Philly tomorrow night for Game 6. It's going to be tough. We'll see what happens with that. See how the Celtics come out on on tomorrow night. Because they came out flat. They took the lead. It was kind of back and forth, but then they in Game 5. So we'll see if they can come back in Game 6 and bring it to Game 7 at the Boston Garden, at the TD Garden Arena on, I believe, Saturday for Game 7. So really, whoever wins those series are not going to have too much rest, because the Eastern Conference Finals begin next week. Same thing for the Western Conference Finals. So basketball and hockey are getting to the nitty-gritty, not the nitty-gritty, but the nitty-gritty of the finals in their respective sports. And pretty soon we'll be talking about the NBA Finals, probably around Memorial Day, and the Stanley Cup somewhere around there too. So basketball and hockey will be done for the summer, probably by the first week of June or so. So, and then guess what we talk about then? Talk about training camp for football. Then we don't really care about preseason, and then we worry about the 2023 season opener in September. Aaron Rodgers, making his Jet debut around September the 8th, I think. September the 9th, I think it is. First Jet game. It's going to be, I don't know if it's on, I haven't seen the schedules yet, but it'll be really rocking at MetLife Stadium for Aaron Rodgers' Jet debut. And Damar Hamlin coming back this year. Going to be an epic. That game should be the first game of the year. That Thursday night game. Bills versus the Patriots, or whoever they're going to be playing in Buffalo. That's going to be a huge ratings boom. Well, in Buffalo, of course, but in New York. But wherever you may be, you better watch that game for Damar Hamlin coming out at the when the introductions to the teams. That's going to be huge. Look at that. And if you're a Niner fan like I am, we don't know who our quarterback is yet. It could be Trey Lance. It could be that schmuck Sam Darnold. It could be Brock Purdy. But who knows if he's going to even start this year. He's saying he might not even play this year. On the Niners or not on the Niners. There's so many rumblings in Niner land, like, Debo's going to get traded, even though we signed for another 2 years. Ayuk is going to get traded, even though he signed for this year. The trading deadline, like that. They're talking about freaking Nick Bosa getting traded. Why? Why would you trade him, your best defensive end? Why? I mean, John Lynch, do you have a mental complex in your fucking head? Training your 3 best players? Are you nuts? I'd like to smack the fucking shit out of you, dude. What are you doing? Training Debo. Are you nuts? Debo is a freaking 49er for life. The same thing for Bosa. And Kittle. You gotta sign Kittle, I think, after next season to a monstrous contract. I really don't want to see Kittle go anywhere else. Even if it's the Jets. I think everybody wants to play for the Jets now. Now that Rodgers is there, but I bet you Rodgers is on rental right now. God forbid he gets hurt. You have a Brett Favre-like year. You have a good year and then choke near the end. But I think the Jets are going to make the playoffs for the first time in 12, almost 13 years. I think the Jets have a great shot. Barring injuries, of course. But we'll see. We shall see. Even Muhammad says I'm right. So I'm always right most of the time. You got that right, Mr. Peter Joseph. Well, thank you for calling me Mr. But I digress. Anyway, so we move on with that. So that's good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let's get back to Dynamite. So we had Excalibur, Taz, the man is happy about the Mets win, and my good friend and yours, the very evil and very legendary man himself, Tony Baloney Schiavone. We have to call him Tony Baloney. That's his nickname. Just don't tell him I said that, because he'll get mad. If you ever meet him, don't call him Tony Baloney. He'll get very mad. He'd probably kick your ass, too. Well, who knows? But anyway, I'd love to meet the guy. He's like, hey, remember the XWF days? No, I don't. Like, exactly. You don't. Because I don't remember him either. Anyway. Alright, so we start off Dynamite with the opening sequence of Fire. We are live in Detroit. And we start off red hot with a good old-fashioned Sheamus-like banger after banger after banger. Good old-fashioned banger. Finally, we get a banger match in the beginning of the show. Not to see Orange Cassidy all the time. Nothing wrong with the guy, but if we have to see him 6 straight weeks, then there's a problem here. But anyway, we get a double Jeopardy match between the Ring of Honor champion, Claudio Castagnoli, taking on one half of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, and that's Rey Fenix, or Rey Mysterio, whatever you want to call him. So, the object of this match is called a double Jeopardy match, where the winner gets a shot at the other opponent's title. So, if Claudio wins, he and a partner of his choosing, Wheeler Yuta, will get a Ring of Honor Tag Team title shot. But if Rey Fenix wins, he gets a bona fide Ring of Honor Heavyweight Championship title match. Or World title match, whatever you want to call it. So we get that. So, but no titles are on the line. So basically it's like a, I would say, a proving ground match. But it's a contenders match. Anyway, we move on. Alright, so we started off with a feeling out process. Not like that. With really nobody getting advantage. And then Claudio powers Rey Fenix in the corner, takes over for a little bit. Fenix comes right back with a springboard Hurricane Rana to the floor. And then he hits some hard, I mean hard, not that hard, but flippy dippity doos. Just hits 2 of them, goes for the third one, gets cut off in mid-air as Claudio caught him in mid-air, mind you, and then military press slammed him onto the barricade, almost hit a kid. I'm not lying. He almost hit a kid. He dropped him. I thought like Phoenix was going to drop into the crowd or something like that. He dropped, hit the barricade, and we see these this little kid, and I think his mom or a couple of other fans, they're like this. They didn't even move. They're like, move! You want to have a lawsuit on your hands? Well, you would lose. Because Tony Khan ain't gonna do that shit. Your secret is safe with me. What secret? I don't have a secret. My baby's got a secret. Okay. I'm not gonna sing Madonna now. I don't have a secret. My secret's safe with Rosa. Ha ha! My secret is, I have 2 testicles. No. Then we move on. Well, we knew that already. Some people don't have any testicles. We don't know where they live. But I digress. Anyway, so yeah, he hits the barricade, almost hits like 3 people. I mean, if you see somebody coming your way in a barricade, you move, or at least try to move. You don't want to end up like almost like having Michael Elgin in your lap. Circa Ring of Honor 2012 at Final Battle in the very first match. Oh, I almost had Michael Elgin, big fat Michael Elgin, in me and Rose's lap. It wasn't for that barricade. And it moved back and I lost my goddamn drink. And it wasn't Diet Coke, like CM Punk drinks. It was a Coke, so Michael Elgin still owes me a Coke 12 years later. He still does. If you ever see him, tell him Peter Gilmore needs a Coke. Well, Peter Joseph now. Gilmore is dead. I killed that guy. But anyway, we move on with that. So anyway, we get that. And then Claudio loads up a suplex, tries to walk up the steps with him. That would have been amazing if he hit that. Couldn't quite do it, which allows Phoenix to walk the barricade for one hell of a Hurricane Rana. Hey, Real Gospel Rowdy, what are you doing? How's it going? How's it going, me love? He did a semi 2-minute AEW review. Wasn't really much, but it's okay. Effective. So now you can get a longer version of your AEW review with more insight. And if you don't like it, get out of here. Go watch paint dry or something. Anyway, all right. So Phoenix hits a Hurricane Rana. Then they get back in the ring. Claudio loads up a middle rope gorilla press, but Phoenix reverses it into a kind of springboardy Hurricane Rana, and Claudio flew off the top rope and flipped down on the mat. They go to the outside again. Phoenix gets tossed over the barricade. This time did not hit any fans this time. Luckily, he did not. As we go to break, we come back again. Claudio hits a gut-wrench superplex, but Phoenix kicks him in the face. Then we get a rolling Gilmore cutter. Bang! Which, as always, a Gilmore cutter always looks good, only when I do it. Which plants Claudio for a near fall. And then Claudio comes back with a semi-version of the angle slam. Then he picks up Rey Fenix and hits the Ricola bomb. 1, 2, 3. Claudio Castagnoli gets the win, and he gets a future Ring of Honor tag team title match, presumably with his good buddy Wheeler Yuta, the man who, Wheeler Yuta's the type of guy that doesn't have many friends. Let's put it that way. Oh, that's secret about Tony Maloney. Just tell him Peter Joseph says hi. He probably won't know who I am because he's old. Tony Baloney is old as shit. But I digress. Tony Baloney. Tony Ballaroni. Who's Tony Ballaroni? It's Shivani. The only reason I call him Tony Baloney is because of my old EFED stuff. Way back in the late 90s, early mid 2000s. And partly up from 97 to 99, when I was on college radio. Me and my former partner Greg, the hippie ripper, did a little, before EFEDs became a thing on the internet. We had our own EFED called TWO, and then the original station letters, WKRB, TWO, where we just ran amok and killed the company. We went back and forth as heavyweight champions. We were the tag team champions. We beat the then champions, which never got it back because we held it for so long until we decided to fold the company. It was great. And then the good old Lizard King comes around and tried to take the company down, but I took him down with him. Challenged him to a barbed wire match. He got all pissy. Didn't want it. He's like, I'm not gonna do it. So I said, fuck you and fuck your goddamn radio station. It's like, we're taking over, and we took over. They fell apart. But I digress. And then I used Tony Baloney sparingly in the XWF from 2013 up until 2018. And that was it. He was done. We didn't need him anymore. I didn't need him anymore. I had basically my manager, mentor, per se, Max Masterson back in the day, for all you XWF people that still watch my show. And I had various wives. Sandy May. I had Ashley Marie, was my very first wife back in the day in XWF land. Then I had Sandy May for a little bit. Then I got with I made a character about Rosa. I called her Rose Smith. And then I got with Maria Brink, a character based off Maria Brink. And then I cloned her. I cloned like 6 million freaking Maria Brink clones, and I had sex with all of them. And then I gave them away to a couple of people. But then in the end, I got with a character based off of Rosemary, which is Valerie Sky. Not Velvet Sky, not EO Sky, but Valerie Sky. And she will kick your ass. You thought EO could kick somebody's ass? Valerie Sky, the basis was a version, she was half Rosemary, half Rita Yamashita from Japan. The one that we see now in GCW. That was a hardcore. He was a hardcore champion in Japan, like I was. Terry Funk. Terry, we know you're a goddamn hardcore legend in Japan. Forever! Okay, stop it now. Stop it. Cactus! Oh, no. Oh, no, he's gonna go after Cactus now. Terry! 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 Oh, you're Terry! Cactus! I'm over here, Cactus, on the couch at the retirement home, you stupid fuck! Terry, stop using that language against me! I had a cup of Doritos today! I have diarrhea! Cactus! Next time, go use the bathroom, you son of a bitch! Forever! Okay, get out of here, Terry and Mick. Just go. Ah, those old fucks! And if you don't like my freaking impressions, fuck you, man. I'd like to see you try. But I digress. Muhammad says, like your AJ Styles finger thingy. Finger thingy? Oh, you mean this thingy. AJ Styles. AJ Bad Hairstyles. You like when I do this? Too sweet me for the love of God. Bullet Club. Too sweet. Got another Bullet Club. You don't like the Bullet Club? Any version of the Bullet Club? Fuck you. I don't care if they're doing really bad in Japan. There's not even a Bullet Club in Japan, man. There is, but not that great. And we kind of have a Bullet Club in the States, you know, Bullet Club Gold with Chris Bay and Ace Austin, and you got the Switchblade, with Switchblade, and Rock Hard, Juice Robinson. Then you still have, I don't know why he's still in the goddamn group, Yujiro Takahashi. Well, the only reason is because of Pieter, that hot muffin ass. Oh! It's my dick hard. And then Chase Owens is still there. Gato is still there for some odd reason. There's a couple of the other members of the Bullet Club. But the version of the Bullet Club I like is the Impact one with Chris Bay and Ace Austin. I think that's the only two people. I don't know. I think they have another member. I think it's Japanese. I forget who it is. But Impact's Bullet Club is too sweet. I mean, if you ever seen Chris Bay in the ring or Ace Austin, oh, you're missing out, man. I enjoy watching their matches, especially at Dominion. They were at Dominion. Holy crap, they put on a good match. Or Dontaku, not Otaku, but Dontaku. But I digress. It is what it is. Will says, Dynamite was good, so happy for Miro. Well, we'll get to Miro in a minute. Not been on AEW TV for nearly a year. June 2000. What was last match was at All Out. Last year. So we haven't seen him really on TV since June. So almost a year. But in a match, we haven't seen him since September 2022. When we filled in in that stupid tournament. But we're all wondering what he was doing there. I think him and Thunder Rosa, who I'll talk about in a little bit, were there. I wonder what they were doing in his office. Snorting cocaine. Trying to get on the card again. Snorting that. Snorting the good old cocaine by Tony Khan. It's grade A cocaine from Cuba. No, I'm kidding. I don't know where it's from. I'm not talking about Diet Coke. I'm talking about cocaine. This is liquid cocaine, if you know what I mean. But I digress. But yeah, Dynamite was pretty damn good tonight. I agree. I like Impact's Bullet Club. I love them too. I mean, I like Juice Robinson and Jay White. I think they're a great tag team. Could be tag team champions. I mean, I love Chris Bay and Ace Austin, the Impact tag team champions. I wish they would go after Aussie Open for the New Japan Strong tag team titles, but we'll get to a certain guy named Kyle Fletcher in a little bit. So, a lot of good stuff with Bullet Club. Not so much in Japan, but it is what it is. Also, I want to briefly send my thoughts and prayers to the island, the people of Tonga, who had a major earthquake there. Ooh, it was bad. It was bad. So we have to, there's a lot of people, Tama Tonga, I think it's from the island of Tonga. Haku, remember Haku? We all know Haku. Haku, from the island of Tonga. Kind of around the Samoan Islands, you know what I mean? So we have to, pay, prayers for Samoa, America Samoa, and Tonga, and all those islands around there. Guam. Gotta worry about the Tribal Chiefs family around the Samoan Islands, you know what I mean? Praise the Tribal Chief. Praise him. Praise him. As for this video, one more day until we see the Tribal Chief back on our TV screen. Oh yes, it's gonna be nice. Because every night that Roman's on is always a great night. Every Friday night, we have to praise Roman. We have to. And if you don't, then you got problems. Because if you don't acknowledge him, then your life sucks. But I digress. We move on. Muhammad says, Peter, are you teasing that Attitude Era is coming back? I didn't say it was. Who knows? I mean, if it's looking like, with AEW, with the big TV deal, firing and having this announcement in a place where WWE lives, which is basically Madison Square Garden. Tony Khan is taking shots at WWE right now. He's taking bam, bam, big shots. And Hunter and Nick Khan, man, can't even defend themselves. Like, what are we going to do? I don't know. We're gonna have 35,000 people at the O2 Arena for Money in the Bank and nobody cares about. And Tony Khan's like, hey, Hunter, beat that! 70,000 in our first week for AEW All In 2! Ha ha ha! Hey, Hunter, we got a massive $1 billion TV deal. What do you got? Shit! Snorting cocaine while he's saying that. But, I mean, AEW is firing shots this year, and they are hitting the target. They are doing great right now. I would be reminiscent if to say by Double or Nothing, maybe before or after Double or Nothing, they will sell out the Wembley Stadium. I think they're gonna do it by June or maybe early July. I mean, there's no matches yet, but they're saying Kenny's gonna be there, the Bucks, of course, Adam Cole, Bebe, Paige in her home country, Will Ospreay might be on the show, Aussie Open might be on the show against FTR, which will be epic. And they're planning, oh god, I don't know why they're gonna do this. Goldberg versus Sting. Ugh! No, not in the retirement match. I don't care. I do not care. I hope Sting beats Goldberg, Oberg, Schmuckberg. Who gives a fuckberg? I don't care about Goldberg and Sting. I don't care. Yeah, they'll sell tickets. I don't give a shit. Well, you want to watch it? No. I really don't want to see it. But it is what it is. But As far as the Attitude Era coming back, I mean, you never know. You never know. We can get the, you know, I was gonna say the Tuesday Night Wars, but we kind of ain't gonna get that. No. NXT will get swallowed up by whatever will be on Tuesday night. So it's Dynamite, it was Collision, it was Ring of Honor. Well, maybe they'll beat Ring of Honor, but right now, freaking Raw. I mean, the ratings wise, I mean, they're beating Dynamite right now. But I mean, the way that AEW is going right now, if they could book better on Wednesday nights, and they can get away from, you know, basketball and hockey, I think they'll go back up to a 1 point. They can get close to Raw numbers if they had some big stars on the show. But I think the days of them getting a 1.3 are kind of over now. I would hope they get a big rating this week, because last week they did basically NXT-like numbers, 750, 760, something like that. I hope they bump it way up this week. Because I thought tonight's show was great. But, you know, it's swallowed in with the stupid fucking NHL playoffs and the fucking Knicks. Who gives a fuck about the Knicks? But, I mean, it is what it is. I would be okay if they did 900,000. That's a big accomplishment for a good show. And they just have to build on it now. And they announced one new match for Double or Nothing. So we got 2 matches. Yay! And our card is probably going to have 15 matches. And we won't know until next week. I hate when matches get put together with no fucking build. Really, you got 4 matches on the card, because they're going to do something with the Elite and the Blackpool Cup Club, probably Anarchy in the Arena. Do something like that. Or I don't think Blood and Guts. I think that might be saved for the women. I don't know what they're going to do yet. They might have that women's match with Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker, Sheeta, Willow Nightingale. I don't know what they're gonna. What do you do with Rio and Sky Blue? I mean, they were part of this whole thing with the Outcasts, and there's only 3 members of the Outcasts so far. I'll tell you right now, it's gonna be Athena and somebody that we didn't think of, or somebody new like Mandy. Maybe we'll see. I can't think of anybody else that's an outcast that came over from WWE to AEW. That's all female. Oh, I would say Ty Conti, but we want to put her in this whole thing. Not that she's doing anything besides sucking Sammy Guevara's dick. I mean, come on. It is what it is. But never say never on the Attitude Era ever coming back. To WWE, maybe. I mean, we got blood, sorta. I mean, there's different blood rules. I mean, Brock can bleed in his matches, but any other match, oh, we gotta get the doctor. We have to stick shit out because we're PG. Because Hunter's a bitch. Ugh. I can't have blood there. It's not great for TV. Okay, Hunter. Okay. Anyway. Anyway, we move on. Will Rouse says they're tag team champs. Yeah, I know. They're the Impact Tag Team Champions. Chris Bay and Ace Austin. Great tag team, great finisher, by the way. Love that finisher. What's it called? Ace in the Hole, I think it's called. Something like that. Anyway. Will Rowley has some sad news. Also, prayers to Steve Larson. You're saying not Steve N. Steve and Larson. But yeah, Steve Larson of Going in Raw, who have thousands of subs to Wrestling YouTube. Their friend, the Enforcer, passed away. So, yeah, rest in peace to the Enforcer and Steve Larson and all his subs and his channel. Used to do WWE pay-per-view live streams with Going in Raw. Sad. Yeah, sad to hear things about that. You know, so my thoughts and prayers go out to Steve Larson and his channel and his subs, and to his friend my condolences go out to his friend's family, his friends, and hopefully they can get through this tough time right now. Because nobody, you don't like to hear your friends dying, especially if they are friends in the so-called community. You don't want to hear that. Speaking of that, remember I talked about Adam. Well, he has so many names. He talks about Mickey James. I brought it up in a couple of videos ago where he was getting bullied and then he tried to commit suicide by swallowing a bunch of pills. Well, thankfully, he's doing better. He's getting medical help now, and I think he's seeing a therapist. I hope, and maybe seeing a psychiatrist, getting some good mental help. Thankfully, he didn't commit suicide by overdosing on those pills. I don't know what pills they were. But he threw them back up, thankfully, because it would have been really bad to hear about the YWC guy who died because he got bullied online by these fucking idiots. I get bullied a lot. I don't give two shits at this point. I don't really care. I'm not going to go kill myself because, the bully, there's all these haters hate me. I don't like it. They're doxing me and my family and my friends. The same bullshit that I've been dealing with for 13, almost going on 14 goddamn years. Same bullshit. Just ridiculous, same 2012-like tactics. That's all they can do is dox people, bring family into it. That's all they can do. That's all they can do. They got lame as fuck arguments, lame as fuck videos. They live in shitholes in America. I won't say which one. Boston. Just ridiculous fucking idiots. I mean, if you don't like somebody, just fucking block them. Just don't watch their fucking shit. But, people just love to instigate. I mean, I've instigated here and there in my time. I hate doing it. I don't like doing it, and I shouldn't be doing it. But I have to, I have to get the last word in. Nobody's going to shut me up. I will get the last word eventually. And if you don't like it, then too fucking bad. If you think you're tough and you can think I'm gonna go to his house and kick his ass, you ain't gonna do shit. Because the only thing you're gonna go to is jail, or get your ass kicked and you're gonna be in the hospital for a while, or possibly the grave. I mean, these people, you don't know about some of them behind the scenes, especially a guy like me. But I digress. So all these trolls I have had back then and even now, they don't mean shit to me. They don't mean shit. Their threats are lame as fuck. I don't care. Want to play hardball? We'll play hardball, but I always win in the end. Because I got God on my side. You don't. And you think you're so big and bad, it's going to backfire on you, and you're going to end up in jail or with a nice, good old-fashioned cease and desist or restraining order. So, my advice to you guys is leave these people like me alone. Let us do our thing. We'll let you do your boring fucking videos on your dead channels and get minimum 100, real views, real subs, minimum 50 real subs. Because you balloon your views and subs counts, because you can't get real views on your dead channel, and all you talk about is drama. Nobody cares about that shit. Be who you want to be on, well, I can't say be who you want to be in the army. Make us want to watch you. If you don't have charisma or anything like that, people say, I don't have charisma, but I show a lot of passion. And people actually watch my shit, then I must be doing something right. I'm actually getting people to watch my shit. I get people in my chat. I don't care who really, if it's somebody like Muhammad or somebody like Will Raspberry, who's a good guy, an actual real fucking person. Not some. I don't want some guy who comes in under a fake fucking account and is all goody goody with me, and then next thing you know, turns his back on me. I don't want that shit. If you're gonna do that, get the fuck off right now. Because I'll block you like that. So don't even try that shit with me. I'm real to people, and if you're not real to me, then you're fake. And get the fuck out of my face. So I'm tired of dealing with fake people that I thought were friends, and now they act like assholes. And I know a lot of them. I had to deal with them back in October. They're still fake as fuck. Some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. All the others that I kind of threw under the bus, I'm sorry I did that, but if you think I'm fake, then that's your opinion, but you're probably fake yourself. You can't get over shit. It's been almost like 8 months now. I hope some of you got over it. And if you haven't, you still think I'm a piece of shit, I don't give a shit what you say. I'm doing my thing. I'll let you guys do your own thing. So that's it. But don't come crawling back to me, because I may or may not accept your apology. Even if I gave out 500 fucking apologies. You may not like my apology, but at least it's sincere. And even if I'm still dealing with these assholes, let me handle it. All right? Don't handle it for me. I never asked you to fight my own battles. But it is what it is. That's all I gotta say about that. I'm not gonna get into it anymore. Fuck these trolls, and because their channels are going nowhere. At least my channel is gaining some oomph here and there, but not all of it. Not all the time, but I never came on YouTube to be popular. I never came on YouTube to be popular back in August of 2009. Never came on YouTube to be popular, to be like a sexy Phil or Joe Cronin or even that idiot JD. I never wanted to have like 139,000 subs. It would have been nice, but even when I had my Human Killer 99 channel, my very first channel, I had almost 500 subscribers if I didn't get involved with fucking drama. But, I was a different person then than I am now. Much different than I was in 2011, 2012. Much, much, much different. But, it is what it is, and I just got with the wrong crowd. And I paid for it. I got with the wrong crowd, and I wasn't really gaining much traction. Kept going back and forth for years with different fucking trolls that had no life, didn't really bring anything to the table. And I just kept chugging along, getting subs here and there. Mostly some of them were fake, and fake people with their fake accounts. Right now, I don't care who subs to my channel. If it's a real person, great, thank you. At least I did something to make you wanna sub to me and watch my sexy ass. But if not, if you don't want to watch me, then please get the fuck off my channel. Unsubscribe now. Don't even click the bell. But you dumbasses love to watch my channel to hear what I have to say, so you can clip and you can do your boring as fuck videos and nobody's gonna watch. And then call me out for things I say. I don't care what you do and what you say. I don't care. If you don't like what I say, who fucking cares? I have a voice and I will use it. You are not going to shut me up. No matter how hard you try. You are not going to shut me up. The only man who can shut me up is God. And he ain't ready for me yet. Not now, not anytime soon. We don't have that number like in that great Nickelback video called Saving Me. If we did, we all know when we're gonna die. But for some of you haters out there, you know where you're gonna go? You're gonna go to hell when you die! That's where you're going, the way you're going. Me? I believe in Jesus Christ. What do you think I'm wearing a cross for? For my health? No, because I love God. And I'm not turning to God. I'm not, saying, oh, I turn over a new leaf. I'm going to be I'm going to get right with the Lord. I just been sick and tired of being sick and tired of the things that I've done. And, I came to a realization that I want to be real. That's why I got rid of the Peter Gilmore moniker. I got rid of it because it was being really detrimental to me, my psyche, my physical and mental health going out of control. My anger is out of control. And I needed to put a stop to it before I go completely insane and hurt more people than I already hurt. I don't need to hurt any more people that are my friends. I don't need to hurt people like Issa or people like Real Rally Sport Rally or anybody that's in my circle or in my group. I don't need to do that anymore, so I'm not going to do it. But people don't know how to shut the fuck up sometimes. Just want to agitate, and instigate, to the point where I have to engage, so I have to defend myself, and I don't need to. So, I'm putting my foot down. I've tried to do it many times, and I can't do it. But I'm going to strive to get away from these stupid fuckers. I don't care what they do, what they say anymore. I really don't care anymore. They can do 6,000 fucking videos about me, and I wouldn't give two shits about one of them. I don't care. You don't like me? Don't give two shits. Because you ain't any better. I'm way better than you. I'll tell you that much. Sub-wise, view-wise, charisma-wise, because you have no charisma. Some of you have no charisma. You have no passion when you do a video. Half of you don't show your goddamn fucking face, because some of you look like fucking ogres. Have 3 teeth and stuff like that, You probably haven't taken a shower in 5 years. Some of you. You live in shitholes. You live with your dad in an apartment. Or you live with your mom in a basement. Or your grandmother's basement. I mean, seriously, get out and live your fucking life. Get a fucking job. Stop focusing on what I do, or what other people do on YouTube all day. Half of us are not on YouTube all day. We work. We have our social life. We have girlfriends. We have boyfriends. We have this and that. We go places. We go to wrestling shows. We go to concerts. We go to movies. We do this. We have a life off YouTube. We're not on YouTube 24/7, 365. Like you dumbasses are. So, before judging us, judge yourself. It's like that great Metallica song. Trust the TV, not yourself. Or something like that. I forgot how that song goes. That lyric goes. Back to the foot, you will do what I say when I say back to the foot. Yeah, rock on. Even Zuzu liked that song. And she's a cat. But I digress. But I know I'm going on a humongous promo, but it has meaning and it has passion. God, I should be in the WWE. No, take that back. I should be in AEW doing a promo like that. Tony Khan will love it. Probably have to hit the censor button a few times. I'm like Joey Styles. I am the unscripted, uncensored king of commentary. Well, that's what he said. I'm the uncensored, undeniable, uncensored, undisputed king of all ranchers. Nobody can even sniff what I do. JD thinks he's a great ranter. He's not. He is not. I'm sorry. He is not. He thinks he's great, but that's all his ego. He has a big fucking ego. It's bigger, almost as big as Triple H. JD might have more subs than me. I could care less. He's a fucking douchebag Braves fan from New York. How sad is that? I mean, I root for the Niners because of my brother from another mother, that great man. You sexy, great bitch, you. My brother from another mother. Love that guy. Miss him dearly. Every day I miss him. You know? I know I'm not like Joe Cronin. I'm not like half these people online that are so-called shooters. But I've been doing this a long fucking time. And I might not get the respect from those people. Well, besides JD. JD can go fuck himself. But Joe knows who I am. I've known Joe for a few years. He knows who I am. You know, we don't talk all the time, but, you know, I promote his show once in a while. You know, he doesn't have to like me, you know, but he knows my name. I mean, I know I'll never be like that clown who gets, you know, who has 128,000 fake views, fake subs, I should say. At least I didn't show my cock! That really should have sunk him and got him off this goddamn fucking thing. Of what if Susan was right in her head and started being like when even not Neil's not even doing anything right now. The new CEO of YouTube, I haven't done fucking shit all. He wants to make YouTube great. Yeah, what have you done in the first couple months you've been on here? Nothing, really. I mean, he thinks he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. He's not. He's garbage. He just reads off the fucking copy. And he clickbaits more than Grimm's Toy Show. And that's another guy. I mean, I don't hate Dave. That's his real name, Dave. I don't hate Dave. But he clickbaits to get views. You people should not be clickbaiting to get views. Be yourself. If you can't be yourself, then you should be on YouTube. But, you know, Grimm does his show his way. That clown does his show his own way. And people feed into his fucking bullshit. And they're like, oh, we love you. We'll suck your cock. You know? But they're getting brainwashed by that douche. Because that guy's a douchebag. He has no fucking charisma. He has some passion. He has some talent. I'll give him that. Some talent. But I have way more than him in my dick than he has in his tiny cock. That's a fact. But like I said, if you don't like me, don't watch me. Block me. For the love of God, block me, please. Don't have anything to do with me, but you still love to be on my giant super cock for the last 14 years. And I think it's time to hop off and do something else with your life than worry about what I do on a daily basis on YouTube and off YouTube. Nobody cares. Do I care what you do in your spare time? No. I don't care if you had sex tonight. I could care less. If you used the condom or not. I could care less. If you didn't use the condom, well, you're going to be, in 9 months, you're going to be poor. Because you're fucked up. Because you have bad pull-out game. But focus on your life rather than somebody else on YouTube like myself or you know, other people that I'm not going to name because they're not relevant. I don't care what those people that said shit about me. I don't care what they do. I could care less. Some of them I still watch, like Eric and like Jordan and Brandon, Double Z from time to time. And I'll watch because, you know, I want to watch. I want to see what they say. I still think they're good people, and I hate throwing them under the bus. But, you know, I lived and learned, and I fucked up. And I took my lumps for it, and I moved on. I'm not gonna. I feel angry at myself doing that shit because I lost a lot of good friends, like Nick, like Lauren, like Prince. They're doing their own things. That's great. I said some mean things to them. I would love to take it back, but I can't now. It's too late now. But, you know. I mean, if they ever wanted to come back to me, if they can, I mean, I would love to gain their trust back, but it's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy. Even if I got back with Jordan or Eric or Double Z or fan of YouTube or anybody like that, it's not going to be easy gaining their trust back. And the same thing, you know, them trusting me. But I mean, if they let me be myself, and I'm just gonna leave them alone. I don't have to be in their chats all the time. Just gonna let them do what they gotta do. That's what they should be. I'll let them do what they gotta do. Let me do what I gotta do. And if I have to deal with trolls, I will deal with them myself. If they get trolls because of me, then they can handle it. I'm not gonna jump. I might jump in, but I'm gonna say leave these guys alone. And if they can't handle it, then they're idiots, those trolls. But they want to jump in because of on my name, then that's stupid. That's petty. Just saying. Alright, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Because it's getting me upset. So. And you don't want to hear me get upset because I'll go for another hour or two, and it's already 2:15 in the morning. I got things to do. But hope you like the promo. And if not, well, fuck you, man. Anyway, moving on. But like I said before, we went on a humongous tangent. Yeah, prayers to Steve Larson and you know, losing his friend, the Enforcer. My prayers go out to his family and his friends, and to Steve Larson, I send my thoughts and condolences as well. We send our thoughts and prayers and all that good shit. And we move on. Okay, Muhammad says, any new update on CM Punk, Peter J? No, not really. There was a conspiracy theory that I did a couple of videos ago, if you want to watch that. That's the last thing I talked about CM Punk. But the last thing I heard that CM Punk is going to be the star of Collision. And he can go to Dynamite. The same thing with the Bucks and Kenny. They can go from Dynamite. They can appear on Collision, and Punk can appear on Collision and Dynamite, like on and off. I don't know if they can appear on the same show that I don't know about. But I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see the next couple weeks. But he did have a meeting with Jericho. He did have a meeting with FTR and Tony Khan. And I don't know who else, but it seemed like it went well. They was thinking about Punk. His first big match on Collision they were thinking of having with Jericho, but Punk says, I got somebody else in mind. We don't know who that is yet. Somebody else possibly returning. I don't know who that could be. So I have to see, June 17th. So mark it on your calendar. We'll see who CM Punk faces in his big return match. In Chicago. Maybe it's Colt Cabana. Haha! Imagine that. Never know. Anyway. Peter, you are so good at delivering your promo. Well done. Nicely done. Well, thank you. I aim to please. But yeah, I'm like, you saw that promo. I was very passionate. I showed a lot of heart. It was coming from my heart, not coming from my ass. But like I said, if you don't like me, do not watch me. For the love of God, do not watch me. I don't care if I have 5 people watching me right now or 1 person watching me. I don't care. You watched me. Thank you for the free view. Whether it be a troll or a real fucking person. At least I entertained you tonight. Or at least I tried. But if I didn't, oh well. I'll try better next time. Just worry about your life. Don't worry about my life or anybody associated with my life or my friends. Okay? Don't bring them into your bullshit that you have with me. Keep them out of it. Keep my family out of it. I'll keep your family out of it. Just don't mention my family, and I have to go. I don't want to do it, but sometimes if you say something bad about my family or even my brother from another mother, it's on like Donkey Kong. I will rip you apart. and you're not gonna like it, but you're gonna accept it, like Macho Man Randy Savage said, right, Randy? Ooh, yeah! You may not like it, but you must accept it. Right on, Randy. Ooh, yeah! Ain't that right, Miss Elizabeth, what Peter Joseph just said? That's right, Randy. Exactly. Exactly. You might not like what I say, but you will accept it and you will acknowledge me. Like Roman, you will acknowledge me, whether you like it or not. That's your promo for tonight. I'm not going to talk about it anymore because we're going to think positively now. Let's think positive like the New Day. Anyway, move on. But thank you, Muhammad, for at least liking a promo. Anyway, you be you, Peter Joseph. Don't care what people think of you. Exactly. I don't care what people think of me. I don't care. Whether it be a troll or even a real person. Where did this come up? Hold on. My screen turned off. What happened? I don't know. Some fish just appeared on my screen. Stupid pop-ups. Now I lost my Very great. Okay, here we go. Let me get back my notes. So my computer went haywire. But okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, like I said, Muhammad said, I'm gonna be me, and if you don't like me being me, that's why I changed my name from Peter Gilmore to Peter Joseph, because I wanted to be real. I wanted to be real. I didn't want to be this person that I'm not. Because I've been Peter Gilmore since basically for 13 and a half years. I think it's time to change a little bit. You know that great song by Sheryl Crow, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer? Don't get me started with that. A change would do you good. And I think, it's time for a little bit of a change here on the channels. Still gonna get the same shit, but it's gonna be totally different how I present it. And that's why I changed my name to my real name, Peter Joseph. That's not my full name, but I changed it to Peter, and my real middle name is Peter Joseph. Or you can call me PJ, you can call me Peter J, you can call me Mr. Joseph, you can call me, you can still call me Peter Gilmore, but that's fine, man. I mean, I just, don't go by Peter Gilmore anymore. I think that's really killed me, I should have just been, I used Peter Gilmore because it was my stage name, my radio name, and I just brought it over into YouTube land. I could have just went by Peter Joseph the entire time. I could have. But I felt like Peter Gilmore sounded like a good stage name. I didn't want to go by my real name. People go by... Some people on YouTube go by their real name. Joe Cronin, I think that's his real name. But people use different acronyms and different variations, or they just call themselves Killer Demons, like I do. That's one of my names. I just thought of the name, but I came up with that Killer Demons. I came up with because of Angel and True Blood, because I love zombie movies and all that shit, and Resident Evil and stuff like that. So, but I came on in 2009, just being myself, talking wrestling and talking about whatever the fuck I want. And I've been doing that for 14 goddamn years. Almost 14. Getting close to 14. And I hope you join me when that day comes. If, I'm hoping to do a big 14-year anniversary stream in August. If I'm around in August, but... If I'm here, in New York City, I might be, but we'll see. I'm pretty busy in the summer, so. But hopefully I can get to August the 9th, 2023, and get to year 14, and then we'll see how it goes, and then we'll start year 15. So I'm still one of the pillars of the dead YWC. I'm the only one left. I'm the OG of the YWC. Wrestling Jesus came and went. We all know how that ended. Other people that came back then, like Spinnerneck, he's gone. General Jerry was one of the pillars. He's he's taking time off now. I don't know if he's ever going to come back. Boston Fan 79, he went through a change, and now he's off YouTube for a while. I mean, he might come back here and there. Nutty Grotchick is here and there. Now he's gone. All the other people like Truth Slayer, he's I don't know where he is. If he's still on YouTube. Other people that I knew back then, like Jeff the Iceman, he's on rarely nowadays. People move on from YouTube. They got their life to live. I could leave today. This could be my final video, and I would still leave a mark in this fucking so-called wrestling community. I left my mark, whether you like it or not. So I should be in the Hall of Fame, if it was a Hall of Fame. But there's fake Hall of Fames that people make. Like, oh, the YWC Hall of Fame. Well, we already know Weston Jesus is number 1. I'm probably not even in the top 50. But it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, at least Muhammad, you liked it. Well, at least you one of the people that liked it. Maybe other people liked it. I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, your promo is similar to CM Punk promo Pipe Bomb in 2011. Oh yeah, man, I can drop bombs. Remember how MJF said he drops nukes? I drop atomic bombs. When I go off, I go off. It's very hard to calm myself down. Very hard. That's what she said, very hard. Isn't that what your mama said? When I was fucking her up the ass? Very hard. But I digress. But thank you for that. Positive versus negative at WrestleMania 40. What is that supposed to mean? I don't know. Me and Roman Reigns versus a troll and any other troll. Like not Joe, sorry. JD and some other schmucky troll versus me and Roman. And Issa as a special ring announcer. And Joe Cronin doing commentary, because he's better at commentary than a certain guy named Jerry D does. Right, JD? Your commentary sucks, my friend. My commentary is not great, but it's pretty damn good. Joe Cronin's commentary is great. But it is what it is. I would love to do something like in an indie fed, or maybe, just maybe, Tony Khan hits me up in my DMs. Slides in my DMs, not like that. But, says, hey, Mr. Joseph, would you like to work for AEW? I'm like, hell yeah. The real Tony Khan, not no fake fucking account. Gotta have that blue check mark. Like Hunter, too. I would work for Hunter, just be respectful to Hunter, and just have to stay away from Steph. Hi, Steph. But, I work for Scott D'Amore in Impact. I work for Mr. O'Brien in Japan. Just gotta keep those women away from me. Because, I'm a god in Japan. The ladies love me in Japan. We love Peter Joseph long time. We suck his big, fat cock. All night long. Exactly. And I eat that sushi all night long. Ha! Gotta love it. Because do you want to know what makes Daddy Joseph's dick hard? Asian chicks. And Rosa too. Can't forget Rosa. But we move on with that. But I didn't get your comment. Positive versus negative at WrestleMania 40. I didn't get that. But anyway, we move on. Alright, let's get back to... Now, let's finally get back to what we came to see. And that's... AEW Dynamite. Alright, so where we finally left off, we started off with Rey Fenix and Claudio. Great match. Claudio gets the win with the Ricola bomb in just under 14 and a half minutes. Match was great. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Fabulous opener. Fabulous. So Claudio now gets a Ring of Honor tag team title shot because of the double jeopardy rule. So we'll see if possibly be him and Wheeler Yuta against Rey Fenix and his brother Pentagon Zero Miedo. Coming up on Ring of Honor TV or possibly a Ring of Honor pay-per-view. But we shall see what happens with that. Alright, then we go to Renee Young in the back, Renee Paquette, I should say, in the back. And she runs up to, of all people, a man we haven't seen in a year, and that's Miro. Miro smash CJ Penny pussy. Yeah. Oh man, I miss saying that. So he comes up to her and goes right into Tony Khan's office. For what? We don't know. Besides snorting a line of cocaine. I don't know. Maybe he's finally like, hey Tony, can I get released finally? Probably. You don't know what went. We don't know what went on in that locker room. Not locker room. That room. We don't know. But wasn't Tony Khan like in the gorilla position? Like if we see Access, that's where he is. He's not there during the show. So maybe that was just a room for people to snort cocaine or smoke weed. Who knows? We get that, but great to see Miro finally on TV. A year later. Probably take another year for him to be seen on TV because we don't know what's going on with him. So that was kind of a surprise. But we get one more a little bit later with a certain lady named Thunder Rosa. I don't know what she was doing there. And supposedly she might need back surgery and her career could be bye-bye. So I don't know what she was doing there. Maybe she just wanted to tell Tony Khan she wanted to kind of work for the women's division, I guess. Be like a coach or something. Non-contact, I guess. I don't know. Move on. But anyway, get that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars because it was surprising. Then we go to MJF, Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, the AEW champ. Talks about the four pillars concept and how all 4 of them were great stars with unlimited potential, like I do, with unlimited power. Your puny weapons do not match mine. That's a Final Fantasy reference. I don't know what. Actually, I think that's a Final Fantasy X reference. Unlimited power. Show me what you have done, young Skywalker. Strike me down and your ascent to the dark side will be complete. Because I am the Emperor. Okay. Moving on. Alright, so, it says, these stars have unlimited potential, but the difference, I have actually done something. Yeah, like win that belt. Okay. Alright, so I gave MJF's promo 3 out of 5 stars, and during the night, we saw videos of Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God, and Jungle Man Jack Perry with various promos talking about the match with MJF. So we got all that. And we move on. Alright, then we get another video on the Kenny versus Jon Moxley saga. We fought for years, and now it's going to culminate in a cage match at the end of the show. We'll get that. Alright, then we go back to the arena in Detroit with FTR, Forever the Revival, the tag team champions. They get in the ring and say, well, before we get to anything, we want Mark Briscoe, the Funky Chicken, to come out for an apology. But instead of Mark, Sanjay Dutt and company, Black Machismo, yeah, Jalito, dig it! And Sanjay Dutt, the original player from the Himalaya, Satnam Singh and that idiot Jeff Jarrett, J-E-F-F-J-A-R-R-E-T-T, that's Jeff Jarrett. They come out, and Sanjay gets right to the point and says, hey, are you going to answer our challenge for a tag team title match at Double or Nothing, or are you just going to be little bitches? So Dax Harwood says, Well, we accept, but with one condition. You and your little buddies had to admit that they used Mark Briscoe to get to them, which they kind of did. So they're about to go at it, and then Mark Briscoe comes out with a thermos of probably some liquid courage, White Nightling, some vodka, maybe some beer. I don't know what it is. So we get that. All right, take care. Got class in the morning. Well, good going. Get your education. Because reading is fundamental, and learning is half the battle. G.I. Joe! Okay. But have a good time in class. You watch the rest of this video in class. Well, not in class, doing it. Watch my video away from class on your lunch break or when you get home. But thank you for coming in, and we'll talk to you again maybe Friday, one of my SmackDown review, and then Saturday on my Rampage review. Well, actually, Rampage will probably be won't be live. Rampage, SmackDown will definitely be live Friday night, and then Saturday night after Rampage we'll be going. I will not be live. I will be doing it off my phone, regular, and that'll be it. And then I will take Mother's Day off. I might do a Mother's Day vlog. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see what happens with that. Because I like to. I'm on every day most of the time, but I like to have a couple of days off. So, most of tomorrow I will be off, but late tomorrow night I will be back with my Ring of Honor TV review for episode number 11. We'll get that, and then Friday night SmackDown late, probably around this time, around 12, 1 o'clock area. We'll go live for SmackDown. And then we got Rampage on Saturday, and that'll be it. Then we'll be back live again on Monday on the Killer Demons channel for your Monday Night Raw review. And we're going to keep going the way we go. As far as Collision, I will do that also on the main channel, the Killer Demons channel. So Saturday nights, we will go live maybe an hour after Collision goes off the air, because it's a 2-hour show. So I want to get everything in for Collision when it starts in June. But like I said, with my vacation kind of being delayed right now, I don't know when I'm actually going on vacation, but it could be next weekend. It could be right before Memorial Day weekend. It could be after. Could be sometime in June. So that that Collision. I think if I'm on vacation, I'll do like a brief Collision review for my first video. But mostly I think when July hits, probably the beginning or middle of July, I will do more Collision reviews on the main channel. So that'll be live either late Saturday night or early Sunday. If there's a pay-per-view, it'll be early Sunday. If not, it'll be sometime during the day on Sunday. So, but lots of new content coming your way on the Killer Demons channel with your Collision review. So I want to keep this Dynamite and NXT and pay-per-views, and then Killer Demons will be Raw, SmackDown, Rampage, and now Ring of Honor and Collision. So, more bang for your buck, like the Bucks used to say. And we move on with that. Alright, we move on with that. Alright, so Mark Briscoe comes out with some alcohol and a bunch of cups. And he says, I understand that you guys have trouble holding your emotions in, but I have a big announcement. And at Double or Nothing, it's going to be FTR versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, but with me as a special guest referee. I'm like, oh, great. Where's his allegiance going to be? So he offers a toast. He pours out the liquor, and Jeff Jarrett doesn't want to drink with the boys. Bastard. If somebody gives you a cup of alcohol, you take it. Idiot. Or, somebody offered me, Diet Coke. I got Diet Coke. Speaking of that, let's drink to Mark Briscoe giving out some alcohol tonight. I'll drink to Mark Briscoe. Paying homage to his great brother, Jay Briscoe. Reach for the sky, boy! Always gotta remember that. When we talk about Mark Briscoe, we have to pay homage to Jay. It's proven fact. Alright, so Mark offers a toast, but Sonjay Dutt throws the alcohol into Dax Harwood's eyes, blinding him. And then they start fighting, and I think it was Jarrett or Sonjay threw Mark into Dax, and Dax kicked him in the stomach and hit a pile driver on Mark. Looked like a really bad-looking pile driver, and Mark was like holding his neck. I was like, oh, great, broken neck, great. And then they're checking on Mark, and then Mark like shoved Dax, and like, what do you do that for? I didn't know what happened. But I think if you watch the tape back, I think Mark will Mark may on Rampage or on Ring of Honor TV or next week on Dynamite, say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. So where's his allegiance gonna be? Is he gonna be right down the middle there like Bill Alfonso, or he's gonna be siding with one of the teams? How's he gonna count? Is he gonna go 1, 2, or is he gonna go? No, quick count. I think he's in a pickle right now. We have to see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, so I gave that segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to Renee Paquette in the back with a belch. No. In a little belch. No. We go to the back with Renee Paquette and her guest, Le Champion, Chris Jericho. He's all pissy at Adam Cole, baby, for attacking him on commentary last week. Because this is an unsafe working environment. Oh, we're going to that again there, Chris? Come on. Jericho now has a court order saying that Adam Cole, baby, is banned from any building he is in. That ain't gonna work. And then we see Roddy coming in, and he proposes a match that's Falls Count Anywhere for next week on the program. And he says anywhere as in outside. I was thinking of that. I thought he was thinking to do it tonight, and Adam Cole was outside in a car waiting to beat his ass. Along with Britt Baker, of course. Baby. So, it's like where the court order wouldn't count. That's what Roddy was saying. So Roddy says, I got my own legal order. Next week, the Jericho Appreciation Society is banned from the building. And then he gives it to freaking Jericho. Jericho's like, it's like all crumbled up paper, his actual contract. And Jericho's like, what? And then Renee Young, with the savage moment of the night, looks in the camera and is like, oh, shit got real. I was like, oh, Renee. Boom, right in the nuts of Jericho. Bam! Ooh. Jericho with his tiny sack. Probably didn't like that, but we move on with that. And we move on. Alright, so I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, then Renee had a busy night tonight. She goes right to Tony Khan's office, trying to get an update on Miro. Then we see Thunder Rosa pop in. We haven't seen her in months. Goes right into Tony Khan's office as well. What did they go in for? I guess we'll never know. Unless we find out on Rampage. But most likely we'll probably find out next week. And that's all I gotta say pretty much about that. Let me move on. Alright, then we get a video on Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God. Alright, then we go to Tony Khan! Tony Khan, man! Who promises a huge announcement next week with hints of a new show, meaning Collision. So, not much of a, announcement there, Tony. I have an announcement of an announcement next week. Okay. But as we all know, if you've been following the news today and my video that I did earlier today, Tony Khan's big announcement is a Collision going to be on Saturday nights. Don't know the time slot, probably about 8 o'clock on TNT. And the big, huge $1 billion TV deal with Warner Brothers Discovery for 5 years. That's going to be on CBS and TNT. So they already have they're in their supposed option year that they signed off in 2020. So really, if you think about it, they have a 6-year deal because they got the option for the 4th year, but now they have a 5-year deal. So we're going to see AEW on Warner Broadcasting Discovery, TNT, TBS, maybe somewhere else for 5 more years, all the way up to 2028. So you gotta love it. This is big for AEW. They are doing massive things in the last couple weeks, the last couple months. Over 70,000 for All In. Possibly selling Wembley Stadium out. I wouldn't be surprised we'd be talking in a couple weeks or a month from now that AEW has sold out All In. Oh, that's going to be massive for AEW. And if they could get someone like Drew McIntyre there, I don't think he will be there, but you never know, depending on his contract status. Even though his contract officially ends in early next year, right before WrestleMania. So unless he can somehow get out of his contract, then he could appear at All In. But I don't see that possibly happening, but it would be a shock. Oh, it's Drew McIntyre. Oh, wait, it's Drew Galloway. What's he doing here? He don't work here. Maybe he comes out and cuts a humongous promo in his home country telling Vince to suck it. But we'll see what happens with that. So Tony Khan's little promo, I gave 3.25 out of 5 stars. All right, after that, I'm going to paraphrase now because I want to go to bed. All right, our next match, finally we get to another match. For the international title, we have my good friend Orange Cassidy taking on Daniel Garcia of the Jericho Appreciation Society. He came out with Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard, the man who thinks his nipples get hard every time you ask him about it. Do you want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard? Not really. But you want to know what makes Daddy Joseph's nipples hard? Just ask an Asian chick. She knows. All right. We also had Angelo Parker there. It was a pretty good match. Back and forth they went. Garcia hits a curb stomp, but started posing and starts dancing. Like, what are you, Alex Wright, doing it in this? I'm like, what are you doing? Never saw that before from Daniel Garcia, former PWG champion. I don't even know who the PWG champion is. I don't even think PWG has had not even an event in a while. I have to look at the PWG website when I get a chance. So I think the last thing I saw was Battle of Los Angeles. That was the last thing I saw. I mean, because I am subscribed to the PWG YouTube channel. I haven't seen one video in a while. Well, that's what you get, Excalibur, for, running your damn company into the ground. But, Excalibur owns PWG. He doesn't own it. He freaking does the commentary and booking and a whole bunch of other things he does. Why do you think the Bucks love him so much? Where do you think the Bucks came from? Guys like Adam Cole, baby, Daniel Garcia, Bandito, Kevin Steen, anyone? El Generico, anyone? Roddy, Matt Hardy. Well, not so much Matt Hardy, but Adam Cole. Like I said, Bobby Fish. The entire Undisputed Era came from basically the PWG Ring of Honor. But that's it. All right, move on. All right, so they kept going back and forth. We got a beach break for a near fall by the champ. Then he goes for Orange Punch. He gets broken up with a drop kick to the knee. And OC was kind of selling the knee pain and everything, and knee injury. We get a pound driver for a near fall. Then he locks in the Dragon Slayer. It gets counted into a small package circa 1921 for a near fall. And another beach break for another near fall. Garcia comes right back with the Dragon Slayer, which he switches into a triangle choke, then a crossface, but that gets reversed into that gets reversed into a 1921 roll-up. 1, 2, 3. Orange Cassidy still your all-international champion in under 13 and a half minutes. Match was pretty decent. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. No aftermath. That's it. Alright, there we get a video on the Outcast, Tony Storm, Ruby Soho, and Saraya Knight, aka Paige. They're ready to hurt Hikaru Shida next week. Interesting. I think it's going to be, I think it's Tony Storm versus Hikaru Shida next week on Dynamite. Okay. We move on with that. We'll see that next week. Alright, there we go to Tony Baloney in the ring. And he brings out Christian! So Christian Cage and Luchasaurus, who's auditioning to be the next member of GWAR. If you don't know who GWAR is, look it up. Anyway, Christian rips on Detroit, then brings up Wardlow's father, who wasn't famous and nobody cared about him. So he's going back to that route he did with Jungle Boy. He says Wardlow found Arn Anderson, whose son is wrestling here in AEW. Brock Anderson. Then Arn saw Wardlow and jumped over to him for all the success, get the fame and all that shit. So he mocks Double A for being a legend, but maybe being the other guy in a team with Tully Blanchard or being Ric Flair's lapdog, is enough to make you a legend. Wardlow will never be a legend like Christian is, and Christian is going to prove it. And then the fans like, Edge is better! Which he is. Anyway, so that was pretty damn good heel promo by Christian. He knows how to get the heel heat. The fans hated him. They're giving him Dom like heel heat. Wow. So, we have to see what Wardlow's rebuttal to that is, and we'll see what happens with that. So, I gave that 3 out of 5 stars, and we move on. Alright, then we get the video on Darby. He's back home with his dad. Shouldn't you be living with Gigi Dolan and not with your parents there, Darby? Aren't you like almost 30 now? Come on now. So it's about everything he has done to become a wrestler. Now he's willing to take any chance he can get to become the world champ. We got that. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the no holds barred match at the 9 o'clock hour between Anna Jay, the woman who has a flat ass and a mean attitude and is banging Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Lucky her. Anyway, she takes on Maria Brink 2.0, the woman who sings her own theme song. Yes, she does. Julia Hart. We got chairs in the ring. We got some kendo sticks. More chairs. But the chairs get brought inside the ring, but Julia superplexes Anna Jay down on them. Ow. Then she locks in Heartless, which I think is some type of submission move, and Anna Jay tapped out really quick. So a little over 9 minutes. Match was kind of dull, and I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. I don't know why you had this match on Dynamite when you could have had it on Rampage, because having a hardcore match going into another hardcore match, a cage match with Kenny and Moxley, I just felt that this match felt out of place. So that's pretty much it. All right, after that, we go to the back where Renee has the best friends, give me a hug, of Orange Cassidy, Trent, Chucky T, and Bandito. She asks him about the House of Black's open house rules, and they don't quite understand what the dealer's choice is, which means they can pick another stipulation. So they picked that Julia Hart, no witches at ringside, meaning Julia Hart. So they leave, and then and Renee's like, aren't you going to go out with them? Orange Cassidy's like, I'm too tired. I'm a pussy. I don't want to go out because I just had a hard-fought match. Okay. And we move on with that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, so we get to the trios titles match. The House of Black, Buddy Murphy, Brody King. I almost said Brody Lee. Big ups to him too. God rest his mighty soul. Brody King and Malachi Black taking on Chucky T, Trent, and Bandito in an open house rules match, which means 20 count. If you go out of the ring, it's a 20 count. DQs are enforced. Julia Hart banned from the ring. So the lights are turned down. So it feels like a lights out match. Kinda. But I'm like, is this a Bray Wyatt match with a spotlight on? This match has been sponsored by God. No. Anyway. So, kind of back and forth match. We're getting to the end. As we go to break, we come back. Trent has to stomp Buddy Matthews out of the corner, which allowed the diving hot tag to Bandito. And then all 6 men are in the ring. Chucky T comes in only to get caught with Dante's Inferno. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. The House of Black pick up the victory in the very first open house rules match. Under an 8.5 minute match. Match was decent. Gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's it. So the House of Black pick up the victory and retain the 6-man tag team belts. Or the trios titles, whatever you want to call them. That's it. Very fun. Alright, there we get a video on Jungle Boy. He's worked hard to get here, including talk about his feud with Christian. We'll get that. Alright, then we get the rundown of all the matches going to be on Rampage and on Dynamite next week. We got Jay White versus Ricky Starks next week on the program. We got some other stuff happening next week. And on Rampage, we got a lot of action. So that's going to be on Saturday night at 10 p.m. Rampage. So check your local listings, set your DVR accordingly. And that's pretty much it. All right, then we get a quick promo from Ricky Starks, who wants to beat the crap out of Jay White next week. Pretty simple to the point. And that's pretty much it. All right, after that, we go to your main event of the evening, inside a solid steel cage, brother. Jon Moxley with Claudio and the man who should be locked in the cage, that's Wheeler Yuta. He takes on Kenny, by God, Omega, who came out with Don Callis. We have Bryan Danielson, yes, on commentary. All right, so they fight in the aisle before the bell. The fans love that. And then the Blackpool Cuck Club come out. Wheeler Yuta and Claudio come out. Then the Young Bucks, they come out for some interference and start throwing some super kicks at Claudio and Wheeler Yuta. But the Bucks' main focus was going after Bryan Danielson. Security breaks it up, and then eventually, I mean, there's points that Wheeler Yuta got thrown off the stage, which was nice, and then Matt Jackson gets thrown off the stage, and then Nick comes off with a big dive, and then they brawl to the back and everything, and then while all this is happening, Kenny finally gets in the cage. And Moxley gets in saying, we're going to do this in the cage. And not even 2 minutes into the match, a barbed wire chair comes out. And you know what happens. Moxley gets busted wide open. As Kenny hit him in the head with it. In the back with it. And the barbed wire got into his palm. Ow. And Moxley gets created by sending Kenny face first into the TV camera. And then Kenny comes right back with a bulldog onto the barbed wire chair. Goes up top, gets caught, and then Moxley superplexes him onto the barbed wire chair. Ow! As we go to break. Come back. The top rope gets taken out by Moxley. So he's doing some inventory. And then Moxley beating up on Kenny, choking him out. Then he grabs a black bag, and we thought it was thumbtacks, right? Wrong. It was glass shards. And he pours them on the mat, but Kenny grabs a Fireman's Carry backbreaker, goes for One-Winged Angel into the glass, but gets counted into a choke. Omega flips back onto the glass. Ah! That had to hurt. Moxley grabs, but Moxley no-sold it and grabbed the Bulldog choke, which gets reversed into a V-trigger, then a Dragon suplex, then another V-trigger, sends Moxley through the cage wall. That broke. Out to the floor, but Omega was caught in between it. Ugh, it looked really nasty. And he's like writhing in pain with his knee, and he's like telling the medic, Doc Samson's like, "Oh, my knee, my knee!" But Moxley don't give two shits. Threw him down and grabbed a screwdriver, but then Don Callis gets in the cage, takes it away, and then Kenny hits the V trigger, and it's One-Winged Angel, and referee goes for the pin. 1, 2, and then we see Don Callis turn on Kenny. The heinous act by Don Callis, the invisible hand. He hits Kenny with the screwdriver, busting him open on the forehead. As Callis turns on Omega, Moxley then gets the pin right away. 1, 2, 3, in just under 14 and a half minutes, Jon Moxley gets his first official win over Kenny, not counting the unsanctioned match. Back all the way back at All Out, I believe. All Out 2, 1 or 2. No, it's Full Gear, I should say. Sorry about that. And then we all remember that horrible barbed wire exploding barbed wire match. Kenny won that, and then he won. I think this is the third or fourth match. So Moxley finally gets an actual pin over Kenny. So that's that. Match was barbaric. It was sick. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. That was it. After the match, Don Callis loads up the screwdriver shot again on Kenny, as Kenny was like, "What are you doing? What'd you do that for?" And then he throws the screwdriver down, and then he kisses his forehead. He's like, "What do you want me to do now?" So looks like the Blackpool Cut Club got their mouthpiece per se. They traded Regal for Don Callis. So you knew it was going to happen. I thought it was going to happen at Double or Nothing, but they kind of pulled the trigger a little bit early. So Moxley gets the win, and we'll see what happens next week. I'm still thinking they're going to do either Blood and Guts, or they're going to do Anarchy in the Arena at Double or Nothing in Vegas. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But now the Blackpool Cut Club got a little bit stronger with Don Callis, being the Regal type character, who'd probably just be on commentary here and there and walking them to the ring. That'd probably be it. Just talking in promos and talking on commentary about how great Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, and Danielson and everybody in that fucking group is. But sucks that he turned on Kenny, so Kenny is not gonna be 69ing Don anytime soon. 69 me Don. Not anymore. Maybe, why don't you ask Kota Ibushi about that? Ooh. That had to hurt. We'll move on with that. Alright, so that ends Dynamite on a really sour note for Kenny Omega and the Elite. And we'll have to see what happens next week on the program from wherever they're going to be. And that's pretty much it for that. So I gave Dynamite a solid 7.5 out of 10 stars. Probably one of the best Dynamites we had in a couple weeks. And that's pretty much it. So that is it. That is it. Finito. We are done. Alright, so thanks to Muhammad for coming in. Will Rally Sport Rally for coming in. Anybody else who's watching right now and or watched before, thank you for the free view. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to get out of here. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to bed because I got things to do tomorrow. And you should too, if you're wherever you may be living. If you're in the West Coast, go to bed. If you're on the East Coast, go to bed. If you're on the other side of the world, good morning to you. Go to work. Or do something with your freaking life. And that's all I got to say about that. So thank you all for watching. Once again, 7.5 out of 10 stars for AEW Dynamite. It was a great show. Check out my other video earlier in the day talk about AEW's massive TV deal. You know, it's going to be announced next week in New York City at the theater at Madison Square Garden. And then we're going to hear more about it on Dynamite next week. So next week's Dynamite is going to be must-see. You see what Tony has to say. And that's pretty much it. All right, so thanks for watching, everybody. Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your cocoot. And if you're not down with that, and just like my promo I cut earlier, if you're not down with me, I don't give two shits what you say and what you do, because you're not going to make me shut up, whatever. You're not going to make me shut up. That's basically all. And summarize it, you're not going to make me shut up, and you're just going to act like complete utter douchebags, and that's what you people are. Utter fucking douchebags that need a fucking life. So, go get a life, go suck my dick, and if you're not down with the Prophecy and the Armada and everybody else that's good friends with mine, then we all got 3 motherfucking words for you. Fuck you, man. Bottom line. Go fuck yourselves, and that's all I gotta say. So, thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Ring of Honor on my Killer Demons channel. But as of right now, I'm out of here. Until next time, go fuck yourselves. And peace, bitches.